Hey you guys, I am happy to see you. Let's get down to business. I have some things that I want to say before I even take my seat. So let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Okay, you guys. So there's a story that I'm going to jump into this story before I ever even take my seat, okay? Because last week I actually sat, and this is laughable. Do you hear me? Laughable. I sat on here and I praised Dionne Warwick. I sat here and I praised Dionne Warwick, and I told the kids who are younger that follow me to go and look Dionne up. You know how I do. And I love Dionne. I do. I love Dionne. I love what she brings. She is a living legend. She is an icon. She is all those things. Dionne Warwick ended up this week doing an interview. And the interviewer was throwing some questions at her, asked her some things about the new music and music of now and the actual artists. And she basically blatantly said, you know, she doesn't believe that there are any icons in the making right now. As soon as I heard her say that, I just cringed. And I was like, Dionne, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. It's not going to go well. And then to make things worse, she offered Beyonce as her sacrificial lamb. And she says she likes Beyonce. She has adoration for Beyonce. But an icon, she is not. And she will not be. And I'm saying, Dionne, sweetie, please don't get confused. Please don't get confused. Because if you think that the beehive won't swoop down and zzz you, honey, they will. They will zip down, baby, and sting you and light you up, Miss Warwick, honey. So I said, oh my gosh, let's see where she's going to go. She continued on. She started talking about the fact that she doesn't believe that the songs would be songs that you could sing in 10 years. And different things like that. And she kind of just went on. And, you know, she says, you know, she's been performing for, what, a decade or two? And I've been performing for 4 or 5 decades. Okay. Okay, but come on, Dionne, seriously? You've been performing for 4 or 5 decades, but she's probably had more accomplishments than you have in her 2 decades than it took you your whole 5 decades. See, things were different. Times were a whole lot different. It took you more years to be able to make it into some of these places that you made it into, which you felt were landmarks. Well, they were landmarks at the time. It didn't take her 5 decades to actually make it into those doors. She's filling stadiums. This girl is filling stadiums. You can't book a show for Beyonce in a local hall. It doesn't work. Girlfriend needs a stadium. So are you serious? And not only is she not ever going to be an icon, sweetie, she already is. She already is. There's fashion trends. The way that she dresses is now synonymous to her. This whole bodysuit and high heel shoes and flowing hair with the fan, that is all synonymous of Beyonce. Anybody who gets on stage that has a fan blowing nowadays, who has on a bodysuit and heels, they're trying to be like Beyonce. It's all synonymous to Beyonce. She, it's everything is on. She has a complete brand. She has a complete brand. You know her. She has a certain type and a certain style of music. As soon as you hear it, people will say, oh, that's Beyonce's little thing going on. So she's already become some of these things. And then what does age have to do with it? Because when you start labeling people as an icon and stuff like that, it generally it doesn't have to do with time, it has to do with the staple that they've actually put. She is a hell of a staple in this entertainment field. There's nobody that is matching her at all. In any of the genres, no one is matching this girl. Like, come on, seriously? And this is not a bash Dionne Warwick session and Beyonce is everything. This is just the facts. These are the facts. These are the facts. And I just felt like Dionne was sitting there looking crazy. She was sitting there for me looking crazy. And I'm not gonna stay in this too much longer because I have a whole show that I need to do, okay? But I'm gonna say this on my way out before I take my seat. I'm gonna say, Dionne Warwick, sweetheart, you may want to rethink this thing about Beyonce and who she is and what she stands for and what she's going to accomplish and what she may not accomplish. When you figure out that the sales on this new album that you have is probably not going to do what your old albums did, because she exists. The money will be over there with her, and it won't get to you the way it used to. You won't get another "the moment I wake up." Not in this climate. But you know why? You know why? Because people are literally getting in formation. They're being crazy in love. All those things. And I don't know where you got that she won't be able to sing those songs in 10 years. 10 years have passed. And they're still singing them. Deja Vu. Crazy in Love. She's already had songs that have actually stood the test of time. So, no, baby. It's going to happen. Do you honestly believe that Crazy in Love is not going to last as long as Proud Mary lasts? At the time, did you think Proud Mary would last like it did? And her ballads are ballads. Her ballads are strong. Her ballads are strong. Her ballads are going to definitely stand the test of time. Dionne, I don't know where you at, girl. I don't know what you was on that day. But it came off as a little hateration to me, and I was like hating it. I was like, oh, girl, really? Terrible. But anyway, I just said what I had to say. This is my opinion. It's my opinion. Madame Warwick was out of order, and she was wrong. She was wrong. Some of it was an opinion, but even the opinions were wrong. She's already of iconic status, sweetheart. So, I don't know what you're going to do, Dionne. Good luck with that album. And, girl, I'm out. Swipe left. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It is 12 p.m. and today is May 25th, 2019. I am your host for Swipe Left. I am Milan Trezor of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I don't want to waste too much time. I want to go ahead and get started. We have a few little things that we're going to cover today, but we're going to have a good show. We're going to cut through the bull. We're going to sort through the mess, and when we get the facts straight, then we're going to what? Swipe left. All right, you guys. First thing is first, like we do every week when it's actually applicable. We have thank yous. I want to take some time to thank folks who have actually taken time out to do something nice for me last week. So, let's go. I got super chats during the premiere last week of the show from Marty1003, Sean Bradley, Ms. Blue, D. Moore, Chocolate Vixen, Mature Ish, Fayette Patton. My brother Chet actually dropped in. Kitty Mia, Sly Sylvia Williams, Tanisha Isom, Jazzy Chaz 85, and Texarkana Coco. Thank you guys so much. I also received a PayPal from Miss Marilyn. Thank you, Miss Marilyn, my darling. Thank you so much. And Texarkana Coco, that was actually a Cash App. Thank you guys so much. You didn't have to do it, but I'm glad that you did, and I will make sure it gets used on something really good that you get to see. You know, all that kind of stuff. Everything that you see, I literally, all of that, I put it back into the production. I put it into myself and making sure I look halfway decent coming on camera. Because, you know, I'm the first one to say that somebody's looking a mess when they jump up on the screen. And, you know, that's my job. That's what I do. I call folks out, and I can't be looking a mess and call myself straightening other folks out. But I definitely do put all of what you guys actually donate to me back into the production and my actual YouTube channel. So really, when I tell you I really appreciate it, I appreciate it, and I really do thank you guys. Mwah! Thank you so much. Swipe left. I'm going to start off today with some bad news. We've been doing pretty good on keeping the bad news away, but we got to do this. Melvin Edmonds. Yes, Babyface's brother, Melvin, 65 years old, from the group After 7. He actually passed away this week. Terrible. After 7 was responsible for a lot of good hits. Back in the 80s and early 90s, we would really, that's like my time, honey. That's my time when I was first becoming an adult, and we would be getting it, honey, to After 7. They were really, really good. Really good. And he passed away. Now, what I could gather, Melvin actually suffered a stroke in the past, and he had some ongoing medical issues due to that stroke, and I believe those issues just after time has got the best of him, and he actually passed away. So rest in peace, Melvin Edmonds. He will definitely be missed. Like I'm telling you, and if you, some of my younger folks, you know I'm always telling you, grab a hold of some of the knowledge that I'm trying to push towards you. Go and search it, After 7, and use the number 7. Pull up their music. You can Google them, or you can actually go to your YouTube, or both, and listen to some of the music. Some actual real life R&B. You will definitely enjoy yourself, and you can thank me later. Alrighty, swipe left. Okay, so that's it for the bad news. Bad news, things that we can't actually work with and can't get some change from. Okay? Let's talk about one of our favorites. Wendy! Hey, girl. You know the drill. What's going on, girl? What's really going on? And this is really not about Wendy. This time, it's actually about her husband, Calvin, and her son, Kevin Jr. Kevin Jr. is 19, okay? Little Kevin was arrested at a local, I believe it was a grocery store. He was basically hanging out with his dad, and they had a disagreement. Surely something to do with his father and his mother and their separation and this whole new baby and the whole 9 yards of that. But they had some type of a little disagreement, and little Kevin is really not all that little. Little Kevin hauled off and cold-cocked his daddy. And baby, they got to tussling in the parking lot. And they caused such a fuss that the police were actually contacted. They came, and in the midst of it, they arrested little Kevin. ugly. I can't even imagine how Wendy feels about this. I mean, can you imagine getting a phone call and you got to come get your son because he done cold cocked his daddy down to the Piggly Wiggly, and now they done locked your baby up. They done locked your baby up because this fool done went and had a baby with somebody else, and now y'all done had a disagreement, and now they done locked up my baby. Listen. It wouldn't be none too nice around them parts. Now, from what I'm hearing, allegedly, the father, Big Kevin, same thing. His real name is actually Kelvin, you guys. But Big Kevin Hunter says he's not actually seeking any further charges or anything against the son. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness. But you know what? He deserves to be hit for the things that he's done. He deserves to have bad fortune and karma. You know, karma's going to take care of it. Karma's going to take care of it for all the strife and all the embarrassment that he's actually put upon Wendy and all of that. But never a good time when a child and their parent are laying hands on each other. So, no, I can't get with the fact that little Kevin was the one who had to bop Big Kevin. I don't know. I don't care what he's saying. You know, it's just never an ideal time to be cold cocking your father. I can't even imagine one of mine try to cold cock me. And Big Kevin surprised me because I no matter what I do, I think if one of my children cold cock me, I don't think the child's going to be the one going to the jail. I pretty much can promise you that. It won't be one of my children going to jail. I think the one being arrested who's doing all that showing out would really be me. I just can't even imagine. I can't imagine one of them hit me. But again, a lot of karma in that because you just out of order, sir. You just really are all over the place. You done made a whole mess of your life, your child's life, everybody's life, your wife. You made a mess of her life publicly, and the daggone side chick. Y'all, the two of you all, honey, y'all got it coming. But anyway, whatever. I'm done with this right now. Done. Swipe left. Okay, here's a bit of good news. I thought this was fantastic. Okay, so how many of you all have struggled with student loans? I can tell you, that's one of the days in my life. I can remember it just as clear. I was actually at work. Working for the phone company at the time. And I was at work and I had made a phone call because I knew I was very close to finishing paying off my student loans, okay? And I was like, it was a great feeling. And I had called in to see how much more I actually had to pay. And when I made the phone call and I got through and the lady came online and she says, yes. And she's talking and I says, I'm trying to figure out how much more, like how many more payments I actually have and what the total for my payoff is. And that woman says something to me and I dropped the phone, literally dropped the phone. She told me that I was complete, I was paid off, and I had actually made 3 payments too many. I literally dropped the phone. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember the surge of energy and good feelings that overtook me at that time. Paying student loans is no joke. It's no joke. You know, thank God for the education, and I've definitely used my skills to make a decent life for myself. But my goodness, paying student loans is no joke. Now, I say all of that to say this. Billionaire, not the one with the M, the one with the B, billionaire, Robert F. Smith, Mr. Smith was the speaker for Morehouse College graduation for 2019. And when I say that he literally shook the foundation down to the Morehouse graduation, during Mr. Smith's speech, he finishes up and then he basically blurts out and stumps the whole place. There was literally a hush when he says that he has been moved to pay off every last student's loan debt. Every student in that graduation class, he is going to completely wipe away their loan debt. Now, how's that for turning out the graduation? And just to see that video and look at the faces, you know, where you could see some of the zoom-ins of the faces and just feel that energy from that crowd, it was a fantastic moment. It really, really was. I was like, now this is a nice video to have come across this week. It was a definite feel-good video. I thought it was fantastic. But that's definitely, ooh, I couldn't even imagine. How is that for a head start on your real life, on your adult life. Fantastic. Congratulations to all of the graduates down at Morehouse. And thank you to Mr. Robert F. Smith. Child, we all appreciate you. That was a very nice thing you did. Telling you, humanity is something, ain't it? Humanity is something. And when the spirit moves, sometimes it's big. Sometimes it's big. Swipe left. Okay, you guys. Listen. You see my face. I ran across a story that all I can say about it is hashtag BP and PP. Yes, complete bullcrap. Complete bullcrap. And for those of you who don't know what BP and PP means, just keep watching. And when we get toward the end of this story, I'll let you know. All of those of you who are actually watching live or looking at the actual chat afterwards, you can probably see in the chat where people will be typing out the ones who know what BP and PP means. But we're going to get to it. Okay, so this was actually when Barack Obama was actually our president. And you know I don't usually touch anything political on this channel. I don't usually mess with it. We are a feel-good channel. But this I needed to talk about because it made me feel a kind of way, okay? So, Barack Obama was actually in office, who we love. And there was a decision made that the $20 bill was going to be changed, and what was actually going to be added to the $20 bill was a picture of Harriet Tubman. Yes, Harriet Tubman. And I said, wow, that's great. That's great. And it was supposed to happen in 2019. Okay? Well, there's been an announcement. It's not gonna happen right now. Right now. We're being told that it's going to happen now in 2028. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Does this look like the face of a person that actually believes that that's actually going to take place in 2028? Does it? I call BP and PP. For all those of you who don't know what that means, when you hear me say hashtag BP and PP, that means backpedaling and pussy popping. And I believe that's what the powers that be have done. I believe they have backpedaled and they've pussy popped. And I don't believe we're ever going to actually see the $20 bill with Harriet's face on it. Now, go prove me wrong. Go and make a liar out of me. Go put Harriet's picture on there. I'll believe it when I see it. Swipe left. Okay, so let's talk about money. Money. You know, it's always been said that money is the root of all evil. All evil. Money is the root. It's also said that people will do anything for some money. And I tend to believe that. I tend to believe there are some people who will literally do anything for a little bit of change. A little bit of cheese, cheddar, Skrilla, coins. Pat Houston. Pat Houston, girl, is there no lengths that you will not go to make certain that Whitney Houston doesn't ever get to rest in peace? Are there no lengths that you won't go? Absolutely ridiculous. I run into a story, Whitney Houston, a hologram concert tour. Girl, huh? How many of you all would be willing to go and see a hologram concert of Nippy? Something freaky about that. I don't want to go and see a hologram singing new and old Whitney Houston song. No. This is really, I find this, I think this just literally borders on just tacky. Just tacky. And I swear, ever since this woman has passed away, her name comes up so much and in such a way that it's just, and it's not even bordering on anymore. I just find it disrespectful. That woman has not been able to rest in peace. And I really just believe that this whole thing, this is just about money. And it is literally shameful. It is shameful. Child, Pat used to need her ass whooped. Anyway, that's it. And that's my opinion. You all let me know what you all think. But I just can't. I can't even get with it. And I will definitely not be purchasing a ticket to go and see Nippy in a hologram. Not at all. Now, I watch her all the time. All the time I watch her on DVDs that I still have. Yes, I still have a DVD player, child. I still got VHS tapes and VCRs that I watch my little stuff that I have Whitney Houston on. I still watch her performances on YouTube. I love her. I always have. Always have. I remember when she first dropped her first single, honey, and the first time I ever heard that, and I was like, who's that? I remember the first time I heard a Whitney Houston song. You Give Good Love. I remember. And I go back and I bask in that. I do it all the time. But I don't want to see no hologram at no concert with no fiend on the other end collecting the money and giving. I don't want, no, I won't be a part of that. I won't. Pat Houston, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. Money grubbing. Money grubbing, girl. Just a mess. Anyway, let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Will y'all be going to the tour? Will you be taking up a seat to watch a hollow image of Nippy singing some of your favorite songs? You won't see me there, but I just want to know if you're going to go and be a nosy. All right, y'all. Swipe left. Okay, while I'm at it, I'm just going to continue right on speaking about music from back in the day. An artist that I really did used to enjoy. I really used to enjoy Foxy Brown. Oh, Foxy, Foxy, Foxy. Now, Foxy has always had a sordid past as far as her live performances. As a matter of fact, Foxy is pretty hit or miss, okay? She's pretty hit or miss. Her first CD was everything. It was everything. It had like some really good songs. I really loved it. I've always told you guys, I'm not a huge rap music fan. Not a huge rap music fan. I like some things, and the things I like, and that's it. I liked Foxy Brown because her first CD, literally, she had like sampled all of like some of my favorite R&B songs. So it was just a party, you know. Her CD from the beginning to the end, it was just really good. So fell in love with her back then. Now she's had her problems throughout her career, you know, with fans disrespecting her and her not, you know, just not coming through and having a hard time on the live side of things. And as a performer myself, your live performance can make or break you. You're like, you know, you need to make certain. It's great what you can do in a studio or what I can do here on a camera, and I can pull you in and make you pay attention to me on a camera. But when I stand in front of you, I need to exude double that energy and make you love me and love that you want to spend time and spend your money on me. Okay, that's it. That's for any performer, no matter what you do. Comedy, if you are a public speaker, you do whatever you do, singing, dancing, rapping, whatever you do, you need to be able to do it twice as well when you're live and in person, so that you can actually draw your crowd in and make certain that they are in love with you and what it is that you do. Well, Foxy, not so much. Listen, Foxy Brown was booked on Candy's Welcome to the Dungeon tour. She was in the New York City show. Take a look at this video.
Hold on. I gotta respect my girl. Let her take the mask off. I gotta respect my girl.
You know, we can't let that shit happen on our stage. Let's rock.
Things went left. Things went real left. From what I'm actually hearing, I seen the clip, and I've actually heard some footage from some people talking who were actually at the show, and they were saying, you know, she was just off. And, you know, people have those nights where they're off. She was off. She was, you know, falling behind the music. She was offbeat. You know, you're a rapper, so that's like very important to be able to keep up. You need to keep up when you're rapping, or it's just a mess because it doesn't even make any sense if you can't keep up. And we know we generally give Foxy a pass because she actually does have some hearing impediments. There's issues with her hearing, and it has been for years. And we give her a pass. But this was, she bombed. She bombed, and they escorted her off the stage because the crowd began to boo her and everything like that. It was just bad. It was very bad. And Candy came out, and Candy tried to save the moment, and allegedly the crowd started booing Candy. Okay, at her own event. They started booing her too. They're like, girl, we don't want no more of it. It's a mess, and don't you dare try to spill that on us, honey. We don't want any of it. So it just went down. And then, to make matters worse, I said, oh no. When the DJ chimed in and started playing a Little Kim song, who does that? Who does that? I said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then the people started partying. I was like, sorry, Fox. Bad. That was really, really bad. Really bad. I haven't seen anything that bad on stage performance since that one time with Mariah Carey on New Year's Eve. Whew, but you ain't heard it from me. Anyway, swipe. That was shady. But anyway, swipe left. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Swipe Left. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and thank you for coming back every week. I appreciate it. I will see you back here next week at 12 p.m. Same place, and we'll be doing the same thing. Cutting through the bull, sorting through the mess, getting the facts straight, and then swiping left. We're going to do all of that next week. So make sure you come back. Now, also, before I let you go, I definitely want to tell you that I actually do have another show that actually is on my YouTube channel, which is called Ask James. And my other persona will actually be handling that. That's where I actually get letters. It's very much a Dear Abby type of feel to it. Folks write letters into me, and I give it my best shot answering the letters and trying to give a little bit of advice. Or, you know, actually sharing things that have actually happened with me throughout my life. Okay? So, tune in to Ask James. All right? And that's 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll see you soon. DJ, take me on out of here. Later, guys. See you guys next week.
And feel like and feel like